Imagine this: you have an important task to complete, a dream you want to accomplish, or a goal that could change your life. But instead of taking action, you scroll through your phone, watch another episode of your favorite show, or tell yourself, "I'll do it tomorrow." Sound familiar? Procrastination is the silent killer of success, and today, we're going to break free from its grip once and for all. Welcome to Daily Positivity. If you're tired of putting things off and ready to start achieving your goals, hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss an episode filled with motivation, productivity tips, and mindset shifts to help you transform your life. Now, let's dive into how to overcome procrastination and finally get things done. Procrastination is a challenge that everyone faces at some point in life. It is the act of postponing or delaying tasks despite knowing that completing them would be beneficial. But why do we procrastinate? The answer is deeply rooted in psychology and is not simply about laziness or a lack of discipline. At its core, procrastination is an emotional regulation problem rather than a time management issue. It is about avoiding discomfort, anxiety, or fear associated with a particular task. Our brains are naturally wired to seek pleasure and avoid pain. When faced with a task that feels overwhelming, boring, or difficult, our instinctual response is to escape from that discomfort. This often leads us to engage in distractions such as scrolling through social media, binge-watching shows, snacking, or indulging in low-effort activities that provide momentary relief. However, these temporary distractions come at the cost of long-term productivity and personal growth. One of the primary psychological factors that fuel procrastination is perfectionism. Many people delay starting tasks because they fear that their efforts won't meet an unrealistic standard of perfection. They convince themselves that if the outcome isn't flawless, then they have failed. This fear creates paralysis, preventing individuals from taking action. However, perfection is an illusion. Nothing in life is ever truly perfect, and waiting for the ideal moment only results in wasted time and missed opportunities. Consider the example of Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb. If he had waited for the perfect design before testing his ideas, innovation would have stalled. Instead, he embraced trial and error, making thousands of attempts before finally achieving success. His perseverance highlights an important lesson: progress is more valuable than perfection. Taking action, even imperfect action, leads to improvement and growth. Another reason procrastination persists is the impact of immediate rewards. Our brains prioritize short-term gratification over long-term benefits, a concept known as time inconsistency in behavioral psychology. The effort required to complete a task may not offer immediate rewards, whereas procrastination provides instant relief. This explains why people often put off important tasks in favor of activities that provide immediate pleasure, even if they later regret the delay. Overcoming procrastination requires a shift in mindset and the development of practical strategies. One effective approach is the 2-minute rule, which suggests that if a task takes less than 2 minutes to complete, it should be done immediately. This helps in overcoming inertia and builds momentum for tackling bigger tasks. Another strategy is breaking large tasks into smaller, manageable steps. This reduces the feeling of being overwhelmed and makes progress more achievable. Moreover, setting deadlines and holding oneself accountable can be powerful motivators. External accountability, such as sharing goals with a friend or using productivity apps, can create a sense of responsibility. Additionally, practicing self-compassion and understanding that setbacks are part of the process can prevent the cycle of guilt and further procrastination. Another major cause of procrastination is the lack of clear goals. If you don't have a specific plan, it's easy to keep pushing things to later. Imagine setting out on a road trip with no destination. You drive aimlessly, unsure of where you're going or when you'll arrive. The same principle applies to your tasks. When you define exactly what needs to be done, when, and how, you eliminate confusion and create a roadmap for action. So, how do we break free from procrastination and start getting things done? The first step is self-awareness. Pay attention to when and why you procrastinate. Is it because the task feels too big? Are you afraid of failing? Once you identify the root cause, you can address it directly. One powerful strategy is the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. This simple habit eliminates small tasks that pile up and create unnecessary stress. For larger tasks, break them down into smaller, manageable steps. Instead of telling yourself, "I have to write a book," start with, "I will write 1 paragraph today." Small wins build momentum, and momentum is the enemy of procrastination. Another effective technique is time blocking. Set a specific period to work on a task, free from distractions. The Pomodoro technique is great for this. Work for 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break, then repeat. This method trains your brain to focus and makes big tasks feel less daunting. Accountability is another powerful tool. When you tell someone your goal or set a deadline with a friend, you're more likely to follow through. If possible, find an accountability partner, someone who checks in on your progress and motivates you to stay on track. Our environment also plays a huge role in procrastination. If you're trying to work but your phone is constantly buzzing with notifications, it's no wonder you're distracted. Create a workspace that minimizes distractions. Put your phone in another room, use website blockers, and set clear boundaries with those around you. Let's talk about motivation. Many people believe they need to feel motivated before taking action. But in reality, action creates motivation. Have you ever noticed that once you start cleaning your room, you suddenly feel like finishing the whole thing? That's because momentum fuels motivation. So instead of waiting to feel like it, start with a small action, and the motivation will follow. A great way to stay motivated is by visualizing your future self. Picture yourself a year from now. Do you want to be someone who took action and achieved their goals, or someone who remains stuck in the same habits? Future you is depending on present you to make the right choices. Every small step you take today is a step closer to becoming the person you want to be. And here's something really important: be kind to yourself. Procrastination is often linked to self-criticism. If you beat yourself up every time you delay something, you create a negative cycle that makes it even harder to start. Instead, practice self-compassion. Recognize that everyone struggles with this, and what matters most is that you're making an effort to improve. Let's take a real-life example. Imagine 2 students, Sarah and Jake. Both have an exam in a week. Sarah creates a study plan, sets aside an hour each day, and sticks to it. Jake, on the other hand, keeps telling himself, "I'll start tomorrow." The night before the exam, he crams all night, feeling anxious and exhausted. The result? Sarah retains the material and performs well, while Jake struggles. This scenario plays out in many areas of life, not just school, but work, health, and personal growth. The lesson? Start early, stay consistent, and avoid last-minute stress. At the core of overcoming procrastination is shifting your mindset. Instead of saying, "I have to do this," start saying, "I get to do this." Gratitude changes everything. When you approach tasks with a sense of appreciation rather than obligation, you create positive energy that makes taking action easier. Imagine the difference between saying, "I have to work out," versus, "I get to move my body and become stronger." One feels like a chore, the other feels like an opportunity. Procrastination doesn't have to control your life. By understanding why it happens, breaking tasks into small steps, managing your environment, and shifting your mindset, you can take back control and start accomplishing your goals. Remember, the best time to start was yesterday. The second best time? Right now. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs a little push to take action. Let's build a community of go-getters who support each other in becoming the best versions of ourselves. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.